Do you want to take your core strength to the next level? Core strength is vital in balance, posture, energy levels, and performance. Improve your core stability with these simple yet effective techniques. In this video, we will show you game-changing exercises that will boost your performance and reduce your risk of injury. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced athlete, these core stability techniques are a must-try. So let's talk about some of the common things that can happen when your core is weak. And we're going to get into just athletes because I think we can apply this really to anyone. You may not be an athlete, but you can apply the same concepts. So when someone has a weak core and they're an athlete, and let's say they play tennis or maybe they're a runner, when you look at the research on this, what happens is when the core is weak, you're going to have to get so much more effort into swinging the tennis racket. So much more effort. Or if the core is weak, you're going to have so much more effort in the lower part of the legs because they're having to take the load of your core being weak. And varying research says different things, from 20% to 120% more effort is needed based on how weak that core is, which is a lot, and that creates injuries in other parts of the body. And so even if you're not an athlete and you have some weakness in your core, you're going to notice that if you're going to do something repetitive, like walking or cycling or hiking or whatever, and there's some weakness there, you're going to notice that you're going to have to use your body, and other parts of the body are going to have to take up some of that's going to create some issues down the road. Now, core is so huge from energy levels, picking those up, as well as from improving that balance, which is key, definitely key as we get older. When we look at the muscle groups that are involved, the muscle groups are not just, we always think, oh, it's abs, but no, it's abs. You know, you have abs over on your sides, you have hips that are also a part of it. And so all through this complex through here is where we have our core. So these exercises that we're going to get into is going to really address a little bit of everything, probably a little bit less hips, but there's going to be some hip stuff that we're going to do as well. But a lot of different things and functional ways that we can really address those core muscles. So the first one is rotation. This is great because you're having to really control it. So you're going to be on your back and your legs are going to be 90-90. And we can do this in several different ways. Now, if you're on the floor, your arms can be out to the side like this to really help kind of stabilize you. But I'm going to put them to the side here because I'm on the table. Now, we can rotationally move this direction and then pulling it back up. So you're really working on a lot of the lower abs and the obliques. Then you can go to the other side. Now, if this is not a problem, you can then go rotation, kick your leg, and back in. Rotation, kick your leg. That's another variation of what you can do. If you want to make it even harder, rotation, kick both legs, and come back in. And then rotation, kick both legs. So those are varying ways that we can really work the core muscles and really control the movement. That's key, because the more we can kind of control it, the better stability that we're going to have in our core to be able to do dynamic things in other parts of our body. So that's the first exercise that we can do, and there are a lot of variations. Now, when you do these exercises, I would just say so that you can just work on the form and your breathing and all those kind of things, because as we do the heavy load of stuff, so if I'm coming here and this is the heavy load, this is where I want to exhale. Inhale on the easy load, exhale on the heavy load. I'd rather put yourself on a timer of doing like 30 seconds or doing 1 minute and really controlling it and feeling the muscles versus just trying to count and just getting them done. So I would say put yourself on a timer, 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then just go through these exercises that we just showed you. Now, the next one are going to be plank slides. I really like these. These are some of my favorite ones. There's so many different ways of doing it. I'm going to show you up on the table just to show you for ease. But you want to be up a little bit higher. Now, if you are on like carpet, you can use like a paper plate, and that's what's going to help you slide. If you're on like hardwoods or some version that looks like that, that's not carpet, then you can use like a little towel to help you kind of slide. I love this because you're having to hold your abs in up against gravity. And so I'm in a plank up a little bit higher, so it just makes it a little bit easier. The higher you go, as far as your body, the easier it is. And then you're just gonna, again, hold the abs in, and you're gonna pull, like that lower abs, you're gonna pull that leg in, and then pushing it back out. And that's how you'll do it. So it's like you're trying to use the lower abs to pull that leg in. So just kind of think of that visual. Those lower abs, pull it in, and then come out. Now, there's varying options of this. You can also go in, pull it to the side to get a little bit more obliques. These work great. If it's too hard, you just need to get on a surface that might be a little bit higher. So you can be up on a table to do it, or on your elbows and doing the same type of activity where you pull the leg in with a towel or a paper plate to really work on getting those abs firing. Again, I would have it one on each leg. You can do where you pull one leg in and then you pull the other leg in. You can also pull both legs in. That's way, way harder, much more advanced, where you are here, both legs are here, and you're gonna pull in and pull out. That's, again, a much harder option. Really, most people should just be doing one leg at a time and really focusing on those abs, to really using them as you pull the legs in and not using those quads or hip flexors to bringing that leg in. So you really have to kind of concentrate on where you want to feel it. Again, a great exercise. Make sure you're breathing through the activity, so you're pulling it in as you exhale and then pushing it out as you inhale. And again, I put yourself on a timer for 30 seconds to 1 minute. So the next exercise, again, it's another plank one. I love planks because you can use them in so many different ways. And so what you're going to do is, it's like a plank shift. You'll be on your hands and knees. Your legs will be out wide, and you're going to shift your weight over, and you can either kick your leg or just pick up the leg. Then you shift over, pick up the leg, or this way. So either way, easy version, hard version. So you're shifting so that you're really having to stabilize on the one side. You can do the same thing on your hands and knees. Shift, lift, shift, lift. And you'll really, again, you're going to feel it in those abs on the side, because you're really having to stabilize on this side to be able to lift the leg up. Great exercise, very functional on how we do this. Again, 30 seconds to 1 minute, really focusing on the form and doing them slowly and controlled and really feel it in those abs versus counting. Okay, so next one. This one's going to get a little bit more lower abs. And so what you're going to do is, I love this one, it's really easy. A lot of times, if you aren't strong enough, you can put your hands underneath your hips. So you'll hold this position, and what you're going to do is you're going to drop one leg kind of almost lower than the table, and then you're going to pull it up again with the abs, and then drop, and then pull it up with the abs. Doing both, much, much, much harder, pulling up with the abs. So those are all different variations. Another variation, you just don't go down as far. But it's a great exercise because you're elongating the abs and contracting them as you're trying to pull them up. Very great exercise on just trying to get those muscles firing and feeling really good and really focusing in on that core. Again, I put you on there for 30 seconds to 1 minute so that you can really focus on your form and not having to worry about counting. It works great that way. Okay, last one. These are going to work on your hips a little bit. And so what you're going to do is you're going to be on your side. So you can go side here. And what you're going to do is you're dipping down and then coming up. Really overemphasizing the up so that you can get those hips and obliques working. Go down and really overemphasize those hips coming up. And this is going to really work on the outer part of that glute. You'll also get your obliques in it. Again, you can do the same thing with both legs here in a plank, dip down, but I really want you to emphasize it up and then come back down and really emphasize going up, working that. If you're on your knees, you almost feel those in your hips a little bit more. If you're on your feet doing that, you almost feel it in your obliques a little bit more. Either way, you're working some great muscles here. So those are the 5 exercises that really can help you that are very different from the common. Let's just crunch and do these exercises to help you improve your core. That's going to help you in so many different areas of your life. Again, if you like this content and you please subscribe to our channel, share this video with someone that needs to know this, and like this video. If you have any comments and you're just wanting to understand like other ways you can do things, or hey, I have this going on, make sure you go in the comment section. We do read them, we do respond, and we want to help you in any way that we can. And again, my name is Stephanie. I own Empower Physical Therapy. We help clients avoid surgery, injections, and medications while getting their life back. We help put the pieces of the puzzle together. So if you're interested in learning how you can work with us, we have a lot of other things that are in our comment section where you can, or in the description section where you can learn different ways that you can work with us. I have a book that I've written that's in there. We have other videos, different resources to just help continue your learning and your journey to feeling better.